اهلا بحضراتكم الجزء الثاني النهارده، وكلامنا عن دوله ليتوانيا، دوله من دول البلطيق الثلاث بشمال اوروبا. اتكلمنا في الحلقه اللي فاتت مع سعاده السفير عنها وعن السياحه في هذه الدوله والتعاون الثقافي بينها وبين مصر، وعن عمله هو كسفير وبدايته كعالم في الفيزياء ودراسته في الفيزياء، واللي حول طريقه من دراسه الفيزياء الى العالم الدبلوماسي. النهارده بنكمل كلامنا مع سعاده السفير أرفيدس داونورافيتشوس، سفير دوله ليتوانيا بجمهوريه مصر العربيه. Nice to meet you again, sir, and we will complete our speech about Lithuania.
My pleasure.
This book, this advertising book about Lithuania, which is a product in many languages, but you insist to be in Arabic when you come here to Egypt. Talk to us about this book about Lithuania and how you translate it by your efforts and the efforts of Foreign Minister and Foreign Affairs in Lithuania and Lithuanian Embassy in Egypt. احنا عايزين بس نقرب شوية من الكتاب ده، لأنه الكتاب ده بيتكلم عن ليتوانيا، وسعادة السفير صمم إنه يترجم باللغة العربية لما جه مصر.
A few years ago it was decided you have a Ministry of Tourism. We don't have a Ministry of Tourism, we have a Department of Tourism. And a few years ago it was decided that we need to have some very happy, light, funny publication about Lithuania with the pictures, with the very short facts about Lithuania and how this publication was born. And then it was started to be translated into a number of languages. Really, it's translated to maybe 10 or 15 languages. And unfortunately, it was not ever translated to Arabic. So I'm very proud, and I'm very proud that finally we have this product, and I'm so grateful to the employees of the embassy who spend so much time just reading again, correcting again. I wouldn't lie. I think some of my colleagues read this publication before it was published for maybe 20 or 30 times, and every time finding one word incorrect or one letter incorrect, so just correcting, and we have a result. We all are very proud of it.
I really noticed that it's an easy words, easy language to understand, and it's very interesting for anyone who wants to visit Lithuania. So you talk here in this book about the beautiful nature there, about main dishes, about tourism, about many places in Lithuania. So it's very interesting, really.
I'm happy you like it.
And the paper also, it's very nice. It's soft. The colorful paper here attracted to read more and more.
I hope that people will read it.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
If we complete our speech about the cooperation between Lithuania and Egypt and talk about cooperation in communication field and technology field, what we are going to say?
You know, to answer your question or to start talking about this, I need to go centuries back, because both Egypt and Lithuania are the countries with a very, very long history. To talking about Lithuania, we are the country which more than 1,000 years of statehood tradition. And of course, when you have such two countries which existed for so long time, at some point you should find somehow these countries interfere or somehow they touched each other. And yes, we have a documented facts that it's documented that one member of our noble family, Prince, we call him Radvila Našlaitėlis, was visiting Egypt in 16th century. If to be precise, in 1582.
So it's a history.
Yes. But the most...
It's historical relations.
It's most important thing that after traveling, he actually was traveling in the region and spent several months in Egypt. But coming back, he published a book which called Journey to Jerusalem. And it was printed for the first time in Latin. And became, in Western Europe, it's a bestseller, like a traveler's guide. And amazing, and this is documented. This really exists. It's happened more than 400 years ago, and we have this documented already relations. Unfortunately, our history was very, very complicated. My friends quite often ask the question, why Lithuania celebrates National Day 3 times per year? And I always answer, it's because we have very long, very rich, but unfortunately very, very complex history. We have been a big power, we lost our independence, we regain our independence, we lost our independence again, we regain again, and every time there is a special date for re-establishing the independence, which is National Day, and we celebrate it. So we celebrate in February, we celebrate in March, and we celebrate in July. In July, it's a coronation of our first king, which happened 765 years ago.
It's a history.
Yes, it's a history.
If we talk about the cooperation also in another fields of Lithuania, between Lithuania and between Egypt, what you are going to say about the visit of your foreign minister, the near visit of your foreign minister to Cairo, inshallah, in the future, in the near future?
It was really the historic visit of His Excellency Sameh Shukri, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, to Lithuania last year. It was the first ever visit of Egyptian foreign minister to Lithuania. And the two ministers really had very, very good conversation, and I think they still have a lot of things to talk about. And now we're expecting that as a reciprocity, my minister, Foreign Affairs, is going to come to Egypt to visit His Excellency Sameh Shukri. When that happens, it's very difficult to say right now. It's still too early to say because the both ministers are so busy, and it's not easy to combine their agendas. But normally they meet quite often at the margins of some international conference, in say General Assembly in New York or other event in other part of the world. But no, we are talking about the bilateral visit. I really looking forward and hope that that will happen soon, that Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Lithuania will come to Egypt to pay the visit to this beautiful country.
الحقيقه سعاده السفير بيقول لما سالته عن انه في زياره قريبه ان شاء الله من وزير الخارجيه الليتواني لمصر، فقال انه السنه اللي فاتت كانت زياره السيد سامح شكري وزير الخارجيه لمصر لليتوانيا، ودي كانت اول زياره لوزير خارجيه مصر لليتوانيا، وكانوا سعداء جدا بيها، وتم الاتفاق على العديد من مجالات التعاون بين الدولتين، وان شاء الله هيكون في زياره قادمه لوزير الخارجيه الليتواني لمصر باذن الله. واتكلم طبعا على العلاقات التاريخيه بين مصر وبين ليتوانيا، واتكلمنا طبعا عن الكتاب اللي يعني انا وريته لحضراتكم دوت، وعايزين نقرب الكاميرا منه شويه علشان برضو الساده المشاهدين يشوفوه، اللي هو الخاص بالدعايه لدولة ليتوانيا، واللي كان مترجم بمختلف اللغات العالمية، لكن ما كانش مترجم باللغة العربية لحد سعادة السفير لما حرص على انه بالتعاون ما بين السفارة الليتوانية هنا في مصر وما بين وزارة الخارجية والحكومة الليتوانية يتم ترجمته باللغة العربية، وانه اتعادت هذه الترجمة وتم الاشراف عليها اكتر من مرة لحد ما وصلت الى افضل صورة. وانا الحقيقة قلت له قد ايه الصور مبهرة والطباعة جيدة واللغة فعلا سهلة وسلسة. بيتكلموا عن حاجات كتير، حتى بيتكلموا عن حجر الكهرمان اللي موجود هناك في ليتوانيا، واللي بيستخرجوا منه بعض الزيوت علشان استخدامات طبية واستخدامات تجميل كثيرة. We talk about amber and how we use it for cosmetics use and for medicine use.
Yes, for jewelry as well.
And for jewelry
just
as well.
Nice
And what we find inside this amber. Talk to us about this. I want to know with my audience about amber.
We call it Lithuanian gold.
Yeah.
Because centuries ago, it's the only way you could get the amber to find in the sea. So you need to wait it for a very strong storm to small pieces of amber to be washed out on the shore of the Baltic Sea, and then to pick them up. So it was precious, it was rare. Now there is different stories. Now they could mine it, but. You should know how the amber was formed. About 50 million years ago, where the sea, it was a forest. And the sticky juice was coming out of the trees, and some insects have been landing on this
But you told me it's very different insects.
Yes.
Inside this
amber. Yes, and they stuck to this and stayed forever, and then sea came, the trees fall down, the sea came, and after 50 million years ago you have quite a hard substance. It's not a rock, it's amber, but it's relatively hard. It's if I throw it on the floor, it probably will break, but it's quite hard. And in some cases you could clearly see the insect inside, like to see to the light, and you see it. It's a precious. And in Lithuania, very close on the coast of the Baltic Sea, we have a museum. We call it Amber Museum. It's a huge museum in the palace.
It's specialized in amber.
Yes, it's specialized in amber. It's in the beautiful place. It was palace of one of our dukes, nobler people. It's Grafas Tiškevičius. It's a palace of him. And now it's used for the Amber Museum. Beautiful museum. If you're in Lithuania, you must go there to see it.
I hope so, inshallah. Sure, inshallah. I will go to. We are going to talk about the presidency of Lithuania for the European Union in 2030.
That's correct.
What's about this period?
It was a very interesting and very excited period for us, for diplomats, because it was the first time when Lithuania took the presidency of the European Council, became the president of the European Union. 6 months, yes, it's just a very short period, but still, a lot of events, a lot of visits.
Now Estonia took the presidency. Estonia, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they already finished. No?
Finished?
Yes, they already finished at the end of last year. I think. But yeah, it was really a very exciting moment when entire country, or it's united to perform this task. Of course, you part of the agenda, it's not yours, because you should be like in between all different interests and to be like moderator of different interests. But no, you always, as a presidency, you could put some emphasis on certain directions. So I think we quite succeeded in this presidency. As we say, you know, the story when you bake the pancake on the.
You cut it?
No. When you bake the first pancake in the pan, sometimes it's not very good. So we have a saying that it was the first time the pancake was not very good, or contrary, it was the first time but the pancake was very good. So in our case, pancake was very good. It was the first one, and it was very, very successful.
It's a good sign.
And I'm very proud about it.
It's a good sign.
That's right.
We are going to talk again about your career and diplomatic career and your start, and about the countries you had been before Egypt.
Working or visiting?
Yeah, working.
Because if I start listing the countries I visited...
No, I'm talking about working, about your career.
Before coming to Egypt, I was working in United States, in Illinois, in the windy city called Chicago. I was a consul general there for 5 years, and we have very big Lithuanian community there. Sometimes we joke that Chicago is the third largest Lithuanian city after two major cities in Lithuania.
It's a big difference between USA, Chicago, and between Egypt and Cairo.
Yes, it's different culture, different mentality, different language, different traditions. Yes, absolutely. It's a different, but it's a beauty of the world. It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference. So these 5 years was very time-consuming, demanding, but probably the most interesting years in my career so far. I hope that when I leave Cairo, I will be able to say, Cairo, it was the most interesting years of my career. I have no doubt that I'll say. I have no doubt that I will say about this when I leave. Because
that's not because you are here in our program?
No. It's because
I appreciate it, sir.
Because I see the potential. And now we need just to make this potential and these promising things to happen.
Yeah.
And now efforts, because the potential is here. Yeah, just make it happen. So our common efforts, it's to make it happen.
You can see the progress and development.
Yes, of course,
yeah.
of course.
That's very interesting for anyone.
Because sometimes everyone wants, okay, I want to happen it now. It doesn't work like this, especially in the diplomatic world, especially in when the culture is a little bit different, traditions are different, so you need time. The time has different dimensions.
You have Egyptian friends?
Yes. Some of them are very close friends, and some of them I even could call, it's like senior brother to me.
Your family live with here in Cairo?
Part of my family. My wife lives with me. We are here with a wife, but our daughter is a student at the university in Lithuania. So she is there and we are here.
Thank you, sir, for your visit to our program. I'm very proud of you. And I feel really that you love the Egyptian community and Egypt.
I do.
That's I feel.
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
حقيقة كلمنا سعادة السفير عن ليتوانيا وعن كثير من ما هو موجود في هذه الدولة، العلاقات بين ليتوانيا وبين مصر ومجالات مختلفة من التعاون وزيارات متبادلة. والحقيقة قال لي انه يمكن هو كان في الولايات المتحدة في شيكاغو قبل ما يجي مصر، لكن هو بيقول انه لو في يوم من الايام سئل عن افضل ايام حياته هيقول ان افضل ايام حياته هي اللي قضاها في مصر. وبقول له يعني هل سعادتك بتقول كده علشان انت معانا في برنامجنا او في مصر؟ قال لي لا، فعلا انا حاسس بالسعاده وحاسس بالتقدم والاداء الجيد في مصر هنا والتطور اللي بيحدث، وليه اصدقاء كتير من المصريين وزوجته كمان عايشه معاه هنا في مصر وسعيده جدا باقامتها في مصر. في نهاية لقائنا بنشكر سعادة السفير أرفيدس داونو رافيتشوس سفير دولة ليتوانيا بجمهورية مصر العربية. بنشكركم أعزائي المشاهدين، دايما معانا دول جديدة وثقافات مختلفة وعلاقات بين مصر وبين دول العالم. استنونا دايما في جناب السفير. شكرا.